Hey guys, welcome back. It is the 18th of December, which means I have like 5 or 6 days left until Christmas. So I'm going to show you the projects that I've gotten done since the last time I checked in here and tell you what I'm still planning on doing and what didn't get done and isn't going to get done and my plans moving forward. So first of all, welcome to the garage. It is messy right now, and that's just the way it's going to be for right now until after Christmas. But I'm kind of going to film in little bits and pieces here because I can't move everything around and have people seeing things. So I'm going to show you first of all the lamp that I've made for my 20-year-old. So here it is, all finished. My 15-year-old was a huge help getting this done, and it's ready. So it's got license plates for the shade. Sorry, I couldn't think of that word. And we bought a lighting kit, and then these are all plumbing fittings. And I spray painted everything except this one I forgot to do. And it's going to be okay. We turned it on this morning and it does work. And so that is project number 1 done for Christmas. And then here are those Dutch tool chests that I was working on. I had initially planned to make 2 and I ended up making 3 because once I've had the first 2 done, my husband said he would really like one too. So we made one for him. This one's his. And we still have to put the board in to hold the front on. And then we have this smaller one for my grandpa. And it says, I believe you say gereedschap, which is Dutch for like tools, hand tools, workshop tools, that kind of thing. And then the bigger one for my dad, it says the same thing. We still need to vacuum them out, but that is the 3 of them. So that's 3 big projects that we got done this week. Okay, I'm going to show you the last few things that we've completed in the last week, and then my pile of things that are still to be completed sometime in the next few days. So first of all, I finished a rug for my mom. It is very pretty, I think. I can't raise my arms high enough in this room to show you, but it's pretty decent sized. I think the colors turned out so pretty. I think it kind of reminds me of like a Monet painting, and I think she's gonna like it. So that was one thing that got done this week, actually yesterday. I couldn't sleep and I got up really early and just watched YouTube videos and knocked it out. And yeah, so that one's done. This is something else, but I'll tell you in a minute. And then we've got 4 little dressed mice, 2 for each of my 2 youngest daughters. So those are done. I wanted to make more clothes for them. For now, they're not going to have any more, but I can always add more in the future. So those are done. Last 2 things that I got completely done this week. So I guess that's what we did. 3 tool chests, the lamp, the rug, the mice. I guess that's 2 gifts. So that's 7, and these will be 8 and 9 that were done in the last week. Oh, I see a string I need to cut. So this is for my 11-year-old. And it's the same pattern I've used for all of them. It was a thin bed sheet. You can see it's pretty thin. So this one has a lining and pockets. I just have to find them. And pockets and French seams, and yeah, I think it turned out cute. And then the last one that I got completely done is for my 14-year-old. It is this, it's polyester, but it's really silky. And then tablecloth lace that I cut out and put on the bottom. And again, it was very thin, so it's got a lining of the same fabric that I used for the skirt, and hopefully that'll help it not to cling as much. I did not add pockets to this because I think it would just weight it down too much to put anything in them. So it's just as is. And that's the last thing that I got completely done this week. Something else that I got done is getting my room cleaned up a little bit. A lot of stuff just went to the garage, but it looks better in here. Moved my sewing machine back out. I'll probably bring it back in, but I'm not planning on doing any more sewing projects before Christmas. So these are the things then that I still have to finish here. So you guys saw in the first video the rug for my grandma, and I need to still make sure that everything is tacked in and any rough edges are taken off. I didn't know as much with this one as I did with this one, and you can tell, but that's okay. Then I also have a sweater to finish. I have the body panels. I can't get it to lay. Both body panels are done, and I'm working on the first sleeve, so I think it's feasible to get this done. And then I have 3 projects for the Cricut, which will be pretty quick and easy. The bottom one is for my mother-in-law, and it will have an applique, the reverse applique like I did on the sweatshirts that I showed you last week. So that'll be a little bit more time, but not terrible. This I need to do tomorrow because my sister-in-law asked me to do a Christmas ornament. I had done a wall hanging for my new niece who was born in July, and now I'm going to do an ornament and just use part of the hospital blanket and put her initials and the year on it and hang it with ribbon. But I'm going to see her on Saturday, so tomorrow's Friday, and I need to get that done. Excuse me. And then the last thing that I have to do is to finish up this teddy bear from quietlifefarm.com. The free pattern, everything is stuffed, so the legs will go in there and get sewn. I have to sew the arms shut and add them, and then give him a face, and he will be all done. So then the question is, what did not get finished and why? So I had in the initial video, I had talked about making dresses for the girls, and I nixed that and just did skirts because it was quicker. So I still have some fabric that I had intended for that, but it's not happening before Christmas. One sweater is not going to happen before Christmas. That fabric picture where you just poke the fabric into the foam is not going to happen. And I had bought those bookmark blanks at the thrift store. I did do one and gave it to my secret sister. I did her and her husband's name and their anniversary date and some hearts and stuff on it, and I gave that away. So it did get done, but it wasn't a Christmas gift. So I think that's it. I think that's all I had planned to get done that I'm not going to get done. There may have been other things in there. But I chose to get everything done that I had to be kind of away from the kids longer for, the things I had to sew. I'd want to get all of that done so that this coming week we can really just spend time together. These little things that I have to do, I can do during their afternoon time. Every day somebody gets a chance to pick something on TV, and I can finish these things up during that time. Or at bedtime, some of it I can work on and they're not going to know what it is, so that I can be present with them for this last week before Christmas. We have done some fun things already. I'll try to put some pictures maybe at the end. We've done our sugar cookies, and we've done the instead of doing gingerbread houses, we used waffle cones and covered them in green icing and decorated them like trees with candy. We've gone to see the Christmas lights once. We might go again, but just those things. Watch some Christmas movies, enjoy the time. I've been really trying to balance that, and it's not easy. So all the big things are done, and what didn't get done, I can afford not to finish for now. So that is everything that I've done, plan to do. In the new year though, I've been thinking, I've really enjoyed the motivation and getting things done. I really need to use up my craft supply stash. So I think that's going to be one of my goals for 2026, and I will bring you guys along with the process of figuring out what I have and what I can do with it, and then making things all year. So that's going to be coming up. I have a few other videos I'd like to do, and still the Q&A in the next week or so, hopefully. Like I said, I'm going to see my sister-in-law on Saturday because we are doing our first Christmas of the season. We will be having a Christmas meal and doing gifts with my brother and sister-in-law, which we don't exchange gifts. My parents, and we'll do gifts with them on Christmas Day, but my grandparents and my aunt and maybe a couple of my cousins will be there. So it's gonna get busy. We'll be doing that, and then Christmas Day is at our house. Yeah, lots to do. So anyway, I'm gonna close out this video. And oh, the other thing, we're doing our last Christmas of the year in February. So I did not get a rug done for my mother-in-law, and I may decide to just do that for that exchange. She has a birthday on New Year's Day, but I'm not probably gonna get it done for that either. But she's very chill about stuff, and I'll just tell her I owe you and it'll be fine. So that is it for right now, and I will see you guys very soon. Thanks so much for being here.